Hello and welcome back to another FPL video. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about my team selection for game week 25, which has been an absolute nightmare to decide what to do. So many options, but I think I've come up with some good ideas, but if I'm being honest, by the time it's a deadline I've probably changed my mind again. There's just so much to consider, so many different options. It's been an absolute pain in the arse, to be honest. But anyway, first of all, let's get into how I got on into game week 24, which, to be fair, I'm pretty happy with, if I'm being honest. Reason being is I scored 62 points in this game week, which I was really happy about. Obviously, the average was only 44, so I got a nice green arrow. I'm now just over 36,000. Clawing back those positions I lost by going for that gamble on the triple captain, going Fernandes instead of Rashford. Now, I did make two decisions in this game week, so I had one free transfer and I decided to use it. So I took out the West Ham defender Kia and I decided to bring in Tarkowski. That worked out a treat. I got a clean sheet and I got 2 bonus points there. I was really happy with that. I did think they were going to get a clean sheet against Leeds and that really did pay off, so happy with that. Unfortunately, I decided to bench Martinelli, which was working because he was benched for Arsenal, so it looked like that was going to work out. But annoyingly, he decided to score right at the end, so a little frustrating there. On to the rest of the team. So goalkeeping wise, obviously Ward only got 2, which I'm not too fussed about. Wasn't expecting much, of being honest there. But Kepa, I was expecting a clean sheet against Southampton. Pretty surprised that Chelsea lost that game, but it is what it is. Just 2 points from him. Kieran Trippier, again, another disappointing result from a Newcastle player. They got beat 2-0 by Liverpool. Bit surprising that, really, but obviously they got the sending off early, Newcastle, by the keeper, so it didn't look good after that, and he did go off early. They got the final this weekend coming, so it is what it is. Luke Shaw, though, clean sheet, really happy with that. Good result for Man United. Happy with those 6 points, especially because a lot of people took him out a couple of weeks ago, and he's done brilliant in the last 2 game weeks, so happy with that. Midfield wise, Kevin De Bruyne was awful. He only scored me 2 points. Poor performance against Forest. I really expected him to dig out a few points there. I thought we were going to get hauls. I didn't. Really disappointed in Man City there. Odegaard, though, brilliant from him. Got 8 points. Got 3 bonus points from him. 1 assist. Happy with that. I do like having Odegaard in my team. It would have been nice to have Saka as well, but hey, it is what it is. Obviously, Martinelli got those 6 on the bench, which still eats me up a bit. The Man United guys, though, Rashford, 15 points. He got a brace. He was brilliant. Really happy with that. Obviously, he's highly owned, so it doesn't really affect me too much. Obviously, if I had him as captain, I'd be even happier. But yeah, 2 goals, happy with that. And Fernandes, 2 assists, 3 bonus points, buzzing, 12 points. That's what I wanted De Bruyne to do as well. So he's really showing De Bruyne how it should be done. So it does make me think, should I just leave Fernandes on my bench and take De Bruyne out? Because De Bruyne has just been frustrating by. And then obviously, strikers wise, poor all throughout. Haaland, disappointing. Captain, only getting 4 points, but everybody owns him, so, and everybody captains him, really. So makes no difference there. Which is why, obviously, the average is only 44, because everyone captains Haaland. Nketiah, again, just 2 points. He's been a real bad buy for me. Since I've bought him, he's only got an assist. He's been pretty shocking. I didn't like him before the season, and he's not making me like him anymore now, so really disappointing there. And Ivan Toney, just 2 points. I was really frustrated. I thought that they were going to score quite a few goals against Palace, because Palace defence is poor. And when that goal went in the last minute, I thought, yes, Tony's done it. To find out it wasn't him was a real sucker punch there. It would have been great for him to have scored that goal, but it is what it is. 62 points though. Overall, I'm really happy with that. Right then, so let's go through my team selections then for game week 25. And my first one up here, as you can see, I've done a -4, so I've gone 2 changes because I've only got the 1 transfer this week. And if I'm being honest, the way it's looking so far, it could be 3. So I could be doing a -8 if I go through with this one. Reason being, so first of all, I took Luke Shaw out, which is a crying shame because he's been brilliant. Wish he didn't blank this game week. And what I've done is I brought in Robertson for 6.8 million. Then I've taken out Fernandez in my midfield, who also had a great week last week, and I've replaced him with Gakpo. Now that alone looks pretty decent, but I'm happy with that. But obviously you can't ignore Kevin De Bruyne in the middle, who's been a bit frustrating for me. He is highlighted at the minute, and I do have 0.6 million in the bank with his transfer. So this is why I went for Robertson instead of Trent, so I had more money in the bank. So if this problem occurs and De Bruyne looks like he could be out, what I can do is just do a straight swap and get Mo Salah in and go for triple Liverpool straight away. It is a gamble because obviously we don't know if they're going to play in 28, but they're doubling in this game week. It is a nice double. It's Crystal Palace Wolves. They could do some damage, and if I do bring in Mo Salah, I'd probably have him as my captain. At the minute, I'm looking at Odegaard because they've got also a nice, obviously double, but it could be Mo Salah. It's a real tricky one, but if I do go through this and I do decide to take De Bruyne out, if it looks like he's not going to play, then it will be Mo Salah in it as well, so that would be a -8. But for now, that team, to be fair, I do like the looks of it. From the way it would start as well, I'd end up with technically 11 players playing, but I don't think Thomas will get any game time in the Arsenal game, so realistically, it'll be just for 10 players. And that's the best I can do, really. Obviously, that transfer made the week before with Tarkowski, I felt like I had to do it. I couldn't afford to take Thomas out for anybody else, really, so I'm just going to have to stick with the fact and hope, really, that's what it's going to be a case of with Thomas. Hope that he comes on in the last couple of minutes just to get me an extra point, really. But yeah, on paper, that looks pretty decent to be that team. Right then, so on my second draft, what I've done here is gone for a -8 this time. Now, obviously I've taken out Shaw and Fernandez again, taking them both out because there's no point having them. And this time, instead of going for Robertson in defence, I've gone for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's obviously he's always a popular pick, isn't he? Gone for him, for obvious reasons, a double in that. And in midfield, instead of going for Gakpo, I've got Iwobi. Now, obviously, Everton, they also have a double in 25. Not as easy because they've got Arsenal in the second fixture, but still a double. 26 is a nice fixture for them, and 28 is a guaranteed fixture for Everton, so there's that as well. Now, that's left me with my last option, which is Ivan Toney. Now, I decided to take him out, and I put in Darwin Núñez. Now, if I'm being honest, I didn't want to take Toney out. If Toney was playing in this game week, he'd be in my team still. But unfortunately, he's not. Now, what my plan would be for here is, obviously, I got 1.2 million in the bank still. So what I'll do is, after this game week, if I went through this one team anyway, I'll take out Nketiah straight away after the deadline, and I'll put Toney in, because I've got enough money there to put Toney in, and I had no chance I want to miss out on those doubles he's got coming up. So, yeah, I like this team. I like Trent in there, and I do like Núñez. Iwobi, I'm hot and cold on him, for being honest. He doesn't really contribute a lot. He just plays 90 minutes, and at the minute, really that's what I want. But the main thing would be is I'll definitely have 11 players playing, because I'm pretty sure Aki will come on for probably about 5 minutes. So yeah, that looks like a confident 11 team there. Really happy with that one. So that one I do like. Right, so in my final draft then, it's for a -12. This is a big hit, this would be. And what I've done is, instead of taking Luke Shaw out this time, I've taken out Kieran Trippier. Never thought I'd say that this season. I'm putting Gomez, who is currently flagged up at 75% with a muscle injury. So that's already a worry. And then in my midfield, what I've changed here is Fernandez is out, Gakpo's in again. Gakpo, somebody I think he will start the game, so I don't know if he's going to play 90. I think he will start. I've took out De Bruyne because he's also flagged. Now, I don't want 2 flag players, and I had money in the bank, so I put in Salah in. And then finally, I decided to take Martinelli out, who I've been wanting to take out for a few weeks now, and I've gone for the big dog in Sacco, who's the penalty taken, the main guy at Arsenal. So yeah, 3 Arsenal players that will leave me, but with 3 100% starting at the minute, and 3 Liverpool players who I do think will start. Again, it will probably leave me with 10 starters, maybe 9 starters if Aki don't start. But yeah, is that worth it for a 12-point hit? We'll see, because obviously if Gomez doesn't play, that is also a gamble. So this one would be a massive gamble, but that midfield looks amazing. And there you have it. Those are some of my plans for game week 25 for my team. Now, God knows who I'm going to finally go for. There's so much to decide. Obviously, bringing in Liverpool players is the main option to go for right now. Bringing in Saka for Martinelli, I do really like. The Iwobi one, it's just purely based on bringing him in to get maybe Darwin and eventually Tony in the future. That's also an option to look out for. And then obviously, do I bring in Salah for De Bruyne? Who knows? It's a tough one. We'll decide closer to the time. It's going to be all on that deadline, all on those press conferences, because obviously there's so much to decide. Players are flagged up. God knows what I'm going to go for. But anyway, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.